Gemini, a boss fight originating from the ancient days of Vanilla Ice, consisting of two literally conjoined segments, contusion and suture. Both start with the same health, even though it looks like this tiny fucker has way more, are a simple chase-based boss, and they fucking suck. Contusion himself is an idiot. He runs kinda aimlessly and is a simple point-and-click adventure that comes down to the same level of complicacy of a frowning gaper on steroids, something that already exists in game, to be honest. But he carries this asshole with him, Suture. Suture is a meatbag with a targeted shot every fucking second and a disgustingly large hitbox. Taking the comparison method again, it's a lost fight with a big ol' spike that follows you around, and is equally invisible as a spike. Look, all room layouts that Suture appears in the main game are stupid and annoying. Like any room in the game, the priority of shooting is the thing that is most dangerous to you, in this case, Suture. You wanna kill it first to simplify the fight for you, since Contusion ain't give zero shits about it about dying. But the stupid rock formation makes Suture borderline invincible until phase 2, which I didn't even start talking about. So all you do is fight Lust until you get to the next bland section. After Contusion dies, Suture is free to roam wherever he wants, and it's the absolute worst. It's the same level of juggling game entities as it is to try and use Dry Baby after you took 4 other followers. It's a mess of engine to try and juggle Suture to anywhere that isn't back to the stupid rocks. And to quote Video Game Donkey,
the player starts pushing back. You notice the cracks in the game's design. You learn how to stop enemies from spawning. And when you push the game to its limit, sometimes it cracks and your enjoyment is ruined.
And before you ask, yes, this video is talking about all those twin bosses. Steven is right there with Gemini on the shithead section. Packing 8 directional shots on death of any section, Steven himself is not that much of an issue, but the fact that when they combine the HP of the two gets to about 75%, when neither of the two is particularly vulnerable, they separate before any is killed. This juggle session versus the game engine starts again with Steven still chasing you, and it's the worst thing for a first floor boss. If I have to give one thing about Steven that makes it a good idea, is to give a possible solid damage up on the first or second floor. And you know what's the funniest part? Gemini is literally only good when it's dead. That's right, Blighted Oven is my favorite Chapter 1 boss, having the game's own difficult variation on a chasing, not flying enemy. An area lockdown you are bringing over yourself. It never strikes you as a threat until it gets you, and then it's super intimidating. Every Blighted Oven fight, in my opinion, is a treat and gets you ready for the chapters to come in the future. So, now that we have one actually good fight based on area denial, let's go back to the drawing board with my room editor and see what we can really do. Let's start by expanding the environment. As I've talked about it in the last video, expanding almost every single boss arena leaves you a lot of more room to design, and is the reason I made my double-sized rooms mod in the first place, because it leaves a lot more place for challenge and playability. So, as I said, no rocks. I don't want almost any rocks to be featured in this level. So, I'm gonna add this over the arena, and also I like my rocks, my levels very balanced. So, here's what I thought first. You're seeing me commentating after this happened live. So, I added all these rocks to make slight barriers, but then I realized, yes, I do need a frame. The big rooms are too big, small rooms are too small, so I usually just frame stuff myself. Also, please give us a normal erase, copy, and paste tool. Nicholas, please, thanks for improving stuff with the callbacks. Please make stuff better. Alright, so now I realized my mistake and I replace all those with pits. So now you have a lot of place that Suture can get stuck on, you can snipe Suture from, but it's a still tightly based level. Also, I need a place for the trapdoors to spawn. So this is still smoothly placed corridors that are fitting for a chase fight, with some options the player might want to deny them. We'll see how much they reward them. And now all that's left is testing. As you can see the fight is much more streamlined now. I can shoot suture how much I want. Also, yes, I beat this level, this layout without taking damage later. I do that with every room I make, just for fairness. Don't ask where the spikes are ice, by the way. It's an experiment. Anyway, yeah, now you actually have a good chase fight, with Suture occasionally speeding up, and also, I don't know why Gemini doesn't continuously move forward like Blade. I don't really like it. But here, we have a gigantic window to still keep shooting Suture, and Suture is still manageable, well, as much as it can be in his second phase. So, basically, yeah, that's kind of all I have to show. I am gonna play the clip now of me beating the boss without taking any damage, but in the meantime, thank you all for watching it. I had a lot of fun making this video. I enjoy talking about bosses. I enjoy talking about mechanics in the game because this game is praised for how good enemies are designed, but I don't think people have analyzed individual things enough, and I think it should be done. And I would be proud if people took this trend and kept making videos about this, because I I love it's a nice thing to have a lot of people watching this kind of content that I'm exclusively making, but I do want more people to analyze stuff and more popular people to start seeing interesting things. So, but anyway, that's enough from me. Thank you all for watching. Remember, I listened to a lot of suggestions, but I kind of had to rush this specific video this time in order to just get the video out in time. The stream this Saturday is probably gonna be the new Snake Pass game. Yep. Because my Switch does arrive, my Nintendo Switch does arrive around that time, but sadly I won't really have much ability to stream that. I don't have any like Elgato or something, so sadly there's gonna be a bit of a break, a long ass time before you're ever gonna get to see that. But thank you all for watching. I was Boogie Buddy. Click subscribe to watch, and yeah, that's it for today. Bye bye.